Good morning, fourth grade, or afternoon or evening, whenever you're watching this. I hope you all had a very happy Easter. We are going to go ahead and get started right away because remember, this video has to be less than 15 minutes. So again, we usually do review at the beginning of a science lesson, but I'm going to get started right away with lesson 38. So if you guys want to go ahead and open you're going to need your booklets and a highlighter today. So if you guys want to go ahead and open up your science booklets to page 12, okay, so this is where you should be. And let's go ahead and get started. Remember, what's nice about this is you guys can pause me, and if you have somebody there right with you, you can kind of, the questions that I ask you, you can kind of answer and have discussions with them. So, but you can always put me on pause if you need time to do something, all right? Okay, so you should be open to page 12 in your booklet. And the title of this page is Life Cycles of Insects. So follow along as I read paragraph 1. An insect begins its life cycle inside an egg. Young insects have bodies that look different from the bodies they will have as adults. The changing of an animal's body form during its life cycle is called metamorphosis. What happens during an insect's life cycle? Its body changes form. What is the changing of an animal's body form during its life cycle called? It's called metamorphosis. At the end of the last sentence in paragraph 1, highlight the word metamorphosis. At the end of the last sentence in paragraph 1, highlight the word metamorphosis. What other animal have we learned about that goes through metamorphosis? It's a frog. Now let's read about the metamorphosis of insects such as grasshoppers. Follow along as I read paragraph 2. Some insects look similar to their parents when they hatch, but they lack some of the body parts they will have as an adult. For example, young grasshoppers and cockroaches look like their parents, but they lack wings. As they grow older, wings gradually develop. The gradual development of new body features as an insect grows is called incomplete metamorphosis. A grasshopper's body changes gradually as it grows. How does an adult grasshopper differ from a young grasshopper? An adult grasshopper has wings. What type of metamorphosis does a grasshopper go through? It goes through incomplete metamorphosis. In the last sentence in paragraph 2, highlight the words incomplete metamorphosis. Remember, you guys can pause me whenever you need to. Let's read about incomplete metamorphosis. Follow along as I read paragraph 3. Insects that experience incomplete metamorphosis go through 3 stages of development: egg, nymph, and adult. A young insect that lacks some of the body parts it will have as an adult is called a nymph. What are the 3 stages in incomplete metamorphosis? It's egg, nymph, and adult. What is a nymph? It's a young insect that lacks some of the body parts it will have as an adult. At the end of the last sentence, highlight the word nymph. Now I want you guys to look at the diagram at the bottom of the page. So we're looking at this diagram right here. Okay. What is the title of the diagram? It's Life Cycle of a Stonefly, Incomplete Metamorphosis. A stonefly, like a grasshopper and cockroach, is an insect that goes through incomplete metamorphosis. In the title, highlight the words incomplete metamorphosis. What is the first stage in the life cycle of a stonefly? It's egg. A stonefly, like most insects, lay many eggs. What is the next stage in the life cycle of a stonefly? It's nymph. The young stonefly, called a nymph, resembles the adult stonefly but does not have wings, and it is smaller. What is the next stage in the life cycle of a stonefly? Adult. When the female stoneflies are able to produce their own eggs, a new life cycle begins. In the diagram, highlight the words egg, nymph, and adult. Below the word nymph, use a pen or a pencil to write the words no wings. Below the word nymph, use your pen or pencil to write the words no wings. Now let's read about a different type of metamorphosis that some insects go through. Follow along as I read paragraph 4 on page 13. Some insects do not look like their parents when they hatch. For example, when the egg of a butterfly hatches, a caterpillar emerges. A caterpillar looks completely different from the adult butterfly it will become. A complete change of body form as an insect grows is called complete metamorphosis. What type of metamorphosis is described in this paragraph? It's complete metamorphosis. In the last sentence in paragraph 4, highlight the words complete metamorphosis. Let's read about complete metamorphosis. Follow along as I read paragraph 5. Insects that undergo, insects that undergo complete metamorphosis go through 4 stages of development: egg, larva, pupa, and adult. The young that hatches from the egg is called a larva. When the larva is ready to change into an adult, it enters a stage called a pupa. While in the pupa, the insect's body changes completely to a new form. Butterflies, bees, beetles, and ants are insects that go through complete metamorphosis. What are the 4 stages of development in complete metamorphosis? They're egg, larva, pupa, and adult. How is this different from the incomplete metamorphosis of insects such as grasshoppers? During incomplete metamorphosis, there are only 3 stages: egg, nymph, and adult. What are some insects that go through complete metamorphosis during their life cycles? I think we mentioned 4 of them. Butterflies, bees, beetles, and ants. Now let's look at the diagram on page 13 in your booklet. The title of this diagram is Life Cycle of a Monarch Butterfly, Complete Metamorphosis. Okay, so now we are right there. Okay. In the title, highlight the words complete metamorphosis. What is the first stage in the life cycle of a butterfly? It's egg. The life cycle of a butterfly begins when the adult female butterfly lays her eggs on a leaf. Butterflies, like most insects, lay many eggs. What is the next stage in the life cycle of a butterfly? It's larva. The larva of a butterfly or moth is called a caterpillar. A caterpillar has a soft exoskeleton. The caterpillar molts several times as it grows larger. What is the next stage in the life cycle of a butterfly? It's pupa. When the caterpillar is ready to change, the exoskeleton hardens and a pupa forms. The pupa of a butterfly is called the chrysalis. Inside the chrysalis, the caterpillar's body changes form and becomes a butterfly. After about 2 weeks, a butterfly emerges from the chrysalis. When the female butterflies are able to produce their own eggs, a new life cycle begins. Now, in the diagram on the bottom of page 13, highlight the words egg, larva, pupa, and adult. Okay. So let's talk a little about what we learned in today's lesson. If you want to turn to whoever's sitting with you and maybe share something, 1 or 2 things that you learned during this lesson, kind of like what you do in class. Put me on pause. Now let's talk about the vocabulary words that we learned in today's lesson. This word is the name of the young of an insect with incomplete metamorphosis. What is it? If you said nymph, you are correct. This word is the stage when an insect's body changes form during complete metamorphosis. What is it? It is pupa. So that wraps up today's lesson, okay, lesson 38. So I hope that is helpful to you for your worksheet, and I'm gonna finish up this recording. Hopefully it's under 15 minutes. It's not showing me, but again, let me know if you have any questions, and I hope you guys are doing well and staying safe, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.